Hey y'all, welcome in. If you are new or just passing through to my channel, welcome. My name is Tam. I'm also known as the Enlightened Auntie. If you're returning, welcome back, squad. I'm here today to do another general collective reading. We're not sign specific here. We're also gender fluid. I may say you and I'm talking to them. May say them, I'm talking to you. Put yourself in the story wherever you seem to fit. Remember that time and energy are fluid, so I could be talking about the recent past, the present, or the future. Take only the parts that resonate. Leave everything else behind. If you would like to book a personal more aligned with your own story, all of my information is below in the description box, and I invite you to join me for a session. I did add another name to the list of tribe members who have services, and I have a colleague. You know, I've said it before, like, I don't perform spell work on anyone other than myself, and I only do protection work. But I do have a colleague who is very good, and I trust and respect her. I have also added her link below in the description box as well for those of you who need some assistance in that area, we'll just say. Personally, I believe that the intentions and energy are stronger when you do work for yourself. But if you need a little assistance, she's the last listing under the Fire Witch. Let her know that Auntie sent you. Alright? Okay. So let's get into it. See what Spirit wants to talk about now. Hope everybody is doing good and feeling good whenever you happen to catch this. Alright. Now we've shuffled. Let's see what's going on. Oh, these two wanted to flip. Okay. It looks like somebody wants to bring in some clarity around an injustice. Oh. Alright, so somebody here wants to either bring some light or expose some type of injustice. In the recent past, this energy feels like working, and I feel like you probably, I don't know who you are, like, I don't know who I'm talking to. But this feels like something like work, doing work, learning something, a skill or a craft, learning something for the purpose of helping others, perfecting your craft, but by you perfecting it, it's you also giving back. So it's just like you're learning something in order to, like, pass the information along. Going into the near future, it may have something to do with being seen publicly. Not necessarily getting like internet presence or anything at this point, but it does talk about, I mean, literally, this could be like you perfecting a craft. Again, I said it's to help, like, the purpose is, I think, to help other people. I'm like, this a little bit feels like the last upload. I'm using a different deck. I'm like, the energy is the same. It's like making a decision to, I don't know, it's like making a decision to make something public. If you're worried about making something public, I mean, this is, I'm like, yeah, it's kind of on par with what I talked about in the last video. If you're considering making something public, You definitely have an energy around you of protection, so don't worry about it, okay? Oh. Oh. Okay, what did I just say? I'm like, don't, if you're worried about bringing something out, making it public, and I actually kind of encouraged it in the last video, but if you're worried about that, you're protected, okay? It's interesting because this feels, I'm like, what are you worried about? This feels like having to overcome a certain fear, like especially if there's, because I'm like, there's choices here, and this is also in the environment, so it's like you're worried. Okay, I'm like, I don't think you should. I'm like, yeah, I do see there's concern, okay, and I'm trying to determine if is this your concern? Is it you that's worried about bringing this thing forward or making it public, or is this someone else concerned about you making something public, making a choice to honor yourself and you know, step into your power, and like you bringing the truth out? I'm telling you, this has been something that's really been on the back of my mind for a while, and I know I've talked about it in other readings over the course of at least the last year. I know I have, because I'm like, I'm not sure how this truth is being illuminated. Is it you? Or is it someone else? And I don't know. I feel like you're worried about how something is going to be received. But I think I said it in one of my recent videos, like if you wanted me to talk better about you, you wanted me to speak in a more positive light about you, then maybe you should have treated me better, kind of thing. Why are you worried specifically about people or situations that aren't even in your, they're not in your, you know, they're not in close proximity to you? They've never been supportive of you, emotionally or any other way. Why are you worried? Okay, uh-oh. We'll take the cards that flipped. Yo. I wanted to say, y'all not gonna believe this. Hold on. Ooh. Okay. Listen. I'm like, listen. Who's this texting me? Oh. Okay. Here's the thing. There is someone in the background, because this is the background, right? This is the energy of somebody trying to like break your confidence. It's something about breaking your confidence. Because I said here, if this is you, say this is you, if you're the main character here and you're bringing out you're exposing some type of injustice, there's an energy in the background that has energetically been trying to influence your like influence your ability to speak up. This is a really interesting energy. And I think that's the thing. It's because somebody is worried. They're worried. I also feel like there's someone here who, if they have been like spreading lies or speaking with a forked tongue in order to manipulate how other people, move around you, they're worried. Because this almost feels like somebody, like, the way that you're moving now is not, and you're not moving in a way that somebody would have anticipated. Like, you're a few steps ahead of them. Like, I don't know who this person is or how they would energetically affect you or influence your decisions, but they're definitely worried because you're in a really interesting energy of confidence. Like, it's like standing on business. You understand what you know what you stand for. You know who you are as a person. It's like nobody can tell you about you because you already know who you are. Does that make sense? Because this energy comes across like you make decisions. You're like the traditional leader. Like, you make decisions that are best for the whole, not just self-serving, just for yourself. I like it. Very grounded, very generous. You make solid decisions. People turn to you when they're seeking guidance and leadership. Because the moves that you make and the decisions that you make, they come from a place of confidence. Like, you make your decisions, they're very wise, but they're also, you make them with a certain level of confidence. And I see here where there's somebody here who may have been trying to energetically affect you and your way of thinking. Really interesting. I'm like, it's kind of interesting the way that they've been trying to influence your decision making, or at least where you, because I do see where it's almost like somebody doesn't, I'm like, they don't want you to, something about your work. I'm like, they don't want you to work, or they don't want your work to be public. They don't want other people seeing it. And this down here looks like lies in order to manipulate other people. It's like, if I tell enough lies, then people will stop focusing on the collective. Something about your attention. You having other people's attention. And I feel like for you, whoever this person is, it's like you made a choice to focus on independence. I don't know who this person is to you. I don't know who this woman is. It's a distorted feminine. I don't know who she is to you. But you, instead of focusing on her, and I'm saying her just because the energy I have out here, you're not focusing on this person. You're focusing on your own independence. It's like you're choosing yourself. I'm like, I can see this a couple of different ways. You're not worried about this person. Like, I'm like, I can see this in a couple of different scenarios. Like, if this is you, hell, all these upright cards could be you, or variations of, what you do and how you do it. But you come across as a leader. There's something about you and your life that appears to be very mysterious. I also have an energy too where people are very, okay, like, remember when I said, I was like, you're protective, so if you are worried about, bringing something out publicly, excuse me, don't be worried about it, because you have energies around you that are protecting you. There is a weird kind of thing hovering, Like, people don't know who or what is protecting you. They don't know who or what is protecting you, but you are protected. And when I say you got protection around you, you're like right there. So maybe if this woman is maybe this isn't, I'm like, maybe this isn't your concern. I mean, yeah, I can see loosely, like, if you're worried about bringing something out publicly, you're there is a loose energy of like being worried about it not being well received or whatever. Doesn't matter. Your truth is your truth. But maybe it's this person who is energetically, because I do see where they have been trying to affect your work in other areas. I'm like, they have been trying to affect your work in other areas, but again, I wouldn't really spend a lot of time focusing on this person or whatever they're doing. This is very similar to one of the recent videos. Somebody here is worried. Okay, now if something is coming to an end, because I feel like somebody here is worried about, they don't want something to come to an end. If they've been trying to hide something, they're worried about somebody here is, if somebody else has been hiding something, they're worried about public exposure. It's almost like they're worried that their efforts to hide something are unsuccessful. Because I said here, the very first two cards came out are talking about somebody bringing to light something that was done unjustly. Yes. And the thing that is blocking, there has been something hidden in the background that they do not want to be like publicized. They don't want, like, I'm like, if you have public platforms, if you're on the internet, they don't want it to be made public. And maybe, remember when I said here, I was like, are you worried? Like, because I see that here too. It's like, part of you is worried about, if this is you, then you are a little worried about spilling it. So this talks to me about doing it in a strategic manner. Like, I wouldn't worry, be in the space of worry. You just gotta think, like, do it smart. Do it smart. Ooh, especially if whatever this is that's coming out or that you're pulling forward, bringing forward out of the ethers, if it's something like something from your past, something that's connected to your past that maybe you've been suppressing. I see it in two different ways. I'm like, if there's something from the past that you've been holding back and you don't want to, reveal it because you're worried about how it's going to be received, that's one thing. On the other end, there is something here that somebody has done behind the scenes that they are worried about the public exposure on. They're worried about it. They're worried. Absolutely worried. Because then it's like, when you tell a lie, that's the thing. It's funny because I've talked about this before. Like, not necessarily on camera or anything, but I remember saying this to a friend years ago. And I was like, the one thing about the truth is the truth never changes. Like, I can tell the same story 11 times and it's going to be the same every single time I tell it because I'm telling the truth. But when you're dealing with other people and they don't necessarily have the grasp on the truth, their story will change, and it will change often. It will change, and it will change often. And a lot of times they're hoping, usually when folks tell them stories, they're hoping that nobody actually catches the discrepancies in the stories that they're telling. So this talks to me about strategic action. If you're worried about telling this, I mean, I see the decision being made that it's going to be made public anyway, but this is calling for you to do it strategically. So I said in the last video, I'm like, I use planetary hours when I do any, like, not everything, but when I post my videos during specific planetary hours. When there's something major that I'm planning to do, like I have something major that I'm planning, I plan them around planetary hours, very specific to the work product that I'm putting out, so that it reaches the right people, that it has the correct energy behind it and the momentum. So if you plan on speaking, airing something out, publicizing something, plan correctly. Oh, okay. I'm like, and if it is something, I'm like, and stop being afraid. Stop being afraid. Now, for the other person, I think what this person is worried about is there is the potential here of somebody being incarcerated. Remember I said over here, the first card out here was Justice in reverse. And this particular Nine of Swords, this wolf is behind bars. Well, you know. So, okay, so we'll read it both ways, because you know the cards that are always on the far right could be a completely separate story. But this is the energy of somebody here who's been, I feel like they've been trying to hide something. They're worried about it becoming public knowledge, but it is connected to your past. It is connected to your past, and it is somebody that you at one point had unconditional love for. You may still have unconditional love for them. Just because you have unconditional love for them, I mean, like, if you don't fuck with them, you just don't fuck with them. It is what it is. That's possible too, you know. Wow, okay. Now, you are receiving a blessing here, and it's going to be something that I think you're going to rather enjoy. Now, I'm seeing another energy here. I do feel like there's somebody who may want to come towards you trying to pitch like, hey, can we try again? They're actually, I do feel like this person that's coming towards you, I do believe that what they're offering and the love that they have for you or whatever they're approaching you with, I do believe that it's genuine, okay? It doesn't feel crazy. It does feel genuine. They are coming in, they are a little, I want to say guarded, but I'm like, this guy is like fully masked up and everything. Like, he's completely protected because he's afraid. I don't, like, I say he, but I don't know who it is. This is somebody who's afraid. They want to come towards you with an offer, right? You may be inclined to reject the offer because you actually want tangible proof of someone willing to put in the effort necessary for you to accept whatever this is that they're offering you. Because it doesn't come across like somebody's approaching you, and this is, I mean, it is a new, it's a new opportunity. It is new, but this could be you just having self-love and respect for yourself, and that's the reason why you reject it. Because it's kind of like, you played in my face in the past, so I would look crazy if I accepted what it is that you're offering to me without you proving to me that you're actually here for the right reasons. And that doesn't mean that you gotta have like, that doesn't mean like interacting with the person often. But if somebody wanted to be a part of your life, they would have to, I mean, a lot would have to happen. Or like remorse, regret, apologies, like, you know what I'm saying? But they would actually have to show up. I would have to see effort in certain areas before I would even I wouldn't even accept it unless I saw over time. And it's not going to be like, this feels kind of like they can't just come to you expecting that you just open the floodgate and then all of a sudden just accept them back in, because it's not gonna work that way. It's not gonna work that way. They would have to understand that at this time I'm rejecting your offer, but in order for us to build the bridge to, you know what I'm saying? In order to build the bridge between us, it's going to take some time. So it ain't going to happen tomorrow. Hell, might not even happen a year from now. It's going to take some time, but it's also going to require effort on your part, not you, but their part. It's going to, they have to show up, and they have to show up with effort. It can't just be lip service. Yeah, so there's somebody that wants to come in and bring some clarity. This could be evidence. This literally could be evidence that's tangible. Oh. Reap what you sow. Okay. So maybe there's a trail of evidence for this person. Whatever this information that is being made public. So whatever fallout happens as a result, that it just is what it is. Somebody wanted to control how people see you and your work. They wanted to control how people see you. Yeah, okay, so over here, if somebody's trying to affect your work and affect how other people see you, then down here, it feels like going into the future. Remember I said, like, there is some concern about something being made public, the decision to make something public. And this is like you communicating, like the weight of the responsibility that you've had to carry on your own. I mean, this is communication. I'm like, but what if this weight of the responsibility is not yours to carry? It's not yours to carry. But you've been carrying the weight of the responsibility with your silence. You've been carrying the weight of the responsibility with your silence. Oh, yes. So if there had been somebody, I'm telling you, I said it before these cards even came out. Somebody here had been trying to do juju over you. Oh my God. Somebody here has been trying to do juju over you. I'm like, I kind of feel like it's not working because it was meant to affect your, like I said, and I've been saying it in the last several readings because it keeps coming out. There's a theme here. The work that they had been doing on you was meant to make you second guess and like to keep you stagnant and prevent you from working, because there's something about your work that is meant to propel you forward. And they don't, like, I don't know how this person sees that or knows it. I don't know if they're like digging in your Akashic records and all that shit, but this is the energy of somebody wanting, they're doing it on purpose. This work is on purpose. But okay, let's talk about the fact that somebody is experiencing some negative karma. And if the negative karma does talk about this potential of incarceration, I mean, this is evidence of wrongdoing. I'm like, you know what I'm saying? They didn't, okay, remember when I said, it's like, I don't know if you do whatever you do, this is something like public, like they don't want you to, they want to change the way people perceive you. Somebody here has been trying to knock you off your square. That's the reason why they got these people to kind of like co-sign with them. They wanted to, I don't know, they wanted you to feel like you didn't have support. Maybe to make you give up. Yeah, they wanted you to be confused and questioning how come people weren't supporting you. And the crazy thing is, you've been able to overcome, you know, financial difficulties or whatever without the support of these people. It's kind of like maybe, you know, maybe recognizing that these people, if it's family, like they are not, these people are not your people, and you had to find your people elsewhere. But they wanted you, it's kind of like if they could make you feel like you didn't have any support, if they could make you feel like you didn't have any support, it's almost to make you like lose your mind. They wanted you to be stagnant because they didn't want you to work. It's something about your work. Something about your work and being stable. They just wanted to keep you feeling crazy, basically. Honestly, you know what this feels like? It feels like somebody who's been trying to prolong. I don't know if this person, ooh, they can't do it no more. They've been doing something. This juju was specific to wanting you to feel always, I mean, just the energy. I wish I could explain it better. The energy that's all across the board is, I want you to be trapped in your mind, worrying about a number of different things. One of them being the fact that you don't have support. I'm trying to knock you off your square because I want people to see you in the energy that I'm projecting on you. I'm trying to control the narrative, so I want people to see you the way that I want them to see you, right? This person has been betraying you and backstabbing you and telling lies and all that shit so that you wouldn't be able to actually work, and so that nobody would support you. And I don't know what your connection is to this person, but the moment you turned your attention away from this, like you triggered the fuck out of their ego. You triggered the hell out of them. So like and this right here, like if you're in a partnership, and I know this ain't I know everybody's not in a partnership, so it can go, I do see it two ways, because I do see the partnership and then I see independence down here. So whether you, and maybe the choice, you know, either you chose a partner, if you're partnered, you may have chosen your partner over whoever this person is, and then they felt some kind of way. As soon as you started to withdraw, as soon as you withheld your energy from this person and became independent of them, and maybe started focusing on your relationships or the more healthier relationships, this person made a decision in that moment. I mean, I kind of feel like this goes back further than that, honestly. But I think they kicked it into hyperdrive the moment you caught on. You know what I mean? So when you caught on, because now down here it's kind of like, how dare you go be happy? Because I can see it. You're, emotionally you're in a decent space. How dare you go be happy without me and not include me? They wanted to keep you in a loop of despair. Yes, they wanted to keep you in a loop of despair, and the moment you walked away from all of that, I feel like the racing of the mind and the restlessness and all the weird shit that you were experiencing, and you were in close proximity to whoever this is, all that shit stopped. Like you became, like, I feel like when you removed yourself from this environment, whoever these people are that have been unsupportive to you, that kept your mind racing and whatever, the moment you withdrew from that energy, it's like your money started to even out. Your confidence came back. All of a sudden you felt better about yourself. You know what I mean? And it's crazy because down here it feels like if people are looking you up and say you're on public, you're in the public eye or whatever, what they see is they see you managing everything quite well. So even if somebody was just, trying to spin a narrative that you're unhinged and unstable or whatever, and you don't have this and you don't have that, and they're lazy and this, blah, 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 blah. What people actually can see, because I see somebody here could be like following you from fake accounts or whatever. What they see is that you got a bunch of different irons in the fire, but you manage them very well. You manage them very well, and folks are like clapping for you, like, because you manage them well. You do your thing. So it doesn't matter what this person has said to you. It doesn't matter what they said about you to other people. This person, whether this is the same person or this is somebody else looking into you, they can actually see that since you've parted ways from whoever this is, that you're actually in a better place. But they wanted to keep you stuck. Right here is like a stagnant energy. I want to keep you stuck so I can just keep stabbing you in the back. That shit's weird. Oh, and so if they have been trying to hide, if whoever I'm talking about has been trying to hide something that they've done or said behind your back, they are also worried about the unexpected loss of the people that they were originally working with. Because now it feels like if these people found out what this person was doing, then all of these people start walking away. I'm like, somebody does not want you talking. They don't want you to talk. I also see that there's somebody here that may want to communicate with you and offer some kind of an apology, but you may have them blocked. You may have them blocked. They could be at a distance from you. They don't have a way to reach you or don't have the means to travel towards you. Okay. And if you're carrying any disappointment, if you're carrying any disappointment, this is definitely about you finally releasing like the past, like letting it go and letting it go for good. Good, bad, ugly, letting it go. Because I can already see that there is no, like, there was no winner here. Like, there was no winner here. This person wanted to win at all costs, and really all they did was just ruin their lives. They ruined their lives and tried to ruin yours too. Oh, wow. You know what's interesting? Damn. I'm like, they don't want something to end. They don't want the relationship to end with you. But they can't keep doing whatever they're doing to like create disharmony in your life. They can't keep doing that. Somebody is actually upset about that. That there's some type of truth is being exposed. Because it's going to turn their life upside down. They can't, and they, whatever they were trying to do against you, they can't keep doing it. And the conditions, I think, I also kind of feel like, because I'm going to talk about these cards in a second, but I want to talk about this. I feel like part of what they were doing, like, I don't know who this is a narcissistic woman. This is distorted feminine energy. Here's the thing. I think this woman, I think part of what, not only was she trying to do something to where it like clouds your judgment and makes you stagnant, makes you sad and depressed, can't work and all this, like, yes, that, but more into that, I feel like they've been trying to make you like bitter. Like bitter. Like if, okay, listen to this. So if you're dealing with somebody and say they got some unhealed stuff that they got to work out. They haven't addressed it. They haven't dealt with it. But it's like somebody whose life was rough and they never actually did any of the healing work. They haven't done any of the healing work, but it made them, because they haven't done the healing work, it just made them fucking bitter, right? This person, I feel like they were trying to project a similar circumstances or energies onto you to try to break you and make you bitter. But that is not what happened. It's like, even through all the heartbreak and, the conflict with other people and the separation and the sadness and the depression, you just kept going. You just kept going. You didn't allow any of these things, any of the hardships, to taint your heart. And that's where they fucked up. That's where they, like, literally, like, yeah. But last card out was the last two cards out of this deck. I've used the whole deck. The last two cards out are the Ace of Pentacles and the Ace of Swords. So we're going to, blessings upon blessings upon blessings. Child. That must be the theme of the last several readings. Blessings. There is going to be a change. It's something connected to your past. And the thing is that I feel like this person, what they wanted for you is they wanted you to be in this weird ass bitter energy. This is like, misery loves company. I'm bitter and you're too happy for me, so I need to figure out a way to bring you down a couple of notches so I can make your ass as bitter as I am, because that's what it looks like. Okay, now over here, part of the lesson I think is, I like the fact that you, okay, I was gonna pick her up at the normal time anyway. Like, she sends me to my daughter sends a text says, pick me up at the normal time. I was gonna do that anyway. Part of the lesson here, I feel like there is an element of self-love here. If I made this more about you and less about them, I feel like you are walking into a new cycle. I feel like I should encourage you not to be so damn guarded, because you're protected, okay? If you're grounded, you can hear the whispers of your intuition better, okay? I see that you are stable. I see that the efforts that you've applied in maintaining that stability are also being celebrated. I do feel like you have other options or new opportunities that are being presented to you, and I am seeing no evidence of toxicity. Nothing that is being offered to you. Like, you have things that are coming towards you, and I don't feel like anything that's coming towards you is nefarious. But be cautious when you enter these arrangements or agreements, because I do see there's the possibility of this long-term stability and financial security. Okay. Now let's do one more pass. I kind of feel like somebody wants to apologize. Because remember, I said there's evidence here of somebody's wrongdoing. And this feels like somebody wanting to come in and apologize because they're getting ready to have to repeat. They're going to have to repeat a cycle. They didn't actually learn their lesson, so they're going to have to repeat a cycle. This is similar to like somebody apologizing thinking the apology is going to absolve the sin, basically. It's like, I want to apologize for doing something stupid. Okay. But you went out of your way to really do this. Yeah, and like whatever you do, you may be highly intuitive, but whatever you do for work, like I really feel like you're good at it and you love it. But again, like I said, there was energy being projected against you or towards your work because they didn't actually want people to see either the work product or that you really are, like, you really are that person. I'm like, you really are that bitch. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, they don't want people to know that. Oh. Yep, and somebody is going to be disappointed because all of the error. I'm saying they're looking, if they're watching you or looking at you, stalking you from fake accounts or whatever, they're disappointed because they haven't been able to actually stop you from doing work or putting out work product. They're disappointed in themselves. Yeah, somebody's getting karma. Now this doesn't look like, this kind of looks like, I'm like, this does kind of look like somebody doing something to try to unalive you. But I've said it before, I'm like, and if you ain't unalive, then that could be a source of their concern. Because you know, if they're throwing energy out towards you, they know it got to go back. It got to go somewhere. If it's not hitting you, it's got to go somewhere. If they were unsuccessful, I'm like, they were unsuccessful at putting it in. Like, if you are in a partnership, they were unsuccessful at bringing your relationship down or putting an end to it. If they had tried to unalive you, you know, by way of doing like some kind of dark juju or whatever, they know that energy got to go somewhere because it's not successful. You still alive. So if you're still alive, that energy got to go somewhere. I'm like, judgment clarified by judgment. There's somebody out here. If this person's been doing dark juju over you, baby, if they've been trying to do dark juju over you, they're receiving, the universe is calling judgment on that shit. I'm like, there's something about it being made public. There's something about it being made public. Whether it's somebody who's actively looking into it, and then it's because they're worried about people walking away from them and everything. They're also worried about not having support, like they don't want to be alone. Yeah, they didn't expect you to be so perseverant. Yep. There is somebody here. I'm like, right here. If they try to do something to like end your relationships or to like disrupt your stability, nothing about it. And I'm like, it doesn't matter what they do, you're still stable. You're still solid. That's what's making them worry. What I say just now, I was like, yeah, they're worried. They're absolutely worried. I sent out some juju shit and it's not evidently the collective is still alive. I'm watching. The collective is still alive. They still got all these things going on and they're unaffected. They're happy. They're happy and they keep going and everything is still fine for them. I'm worried. Yeah, like they're so mad. I'm like, they're so mad because they're gonna have to repeat a cycle. They ain't learned nothing. This person has repeatedly come after you and they haven't learned shit. They've tried many times to disrupt your happiness and none of it is working. Failure. I'm like, none of it is working. And so they're getting karma for it. And maybe part of that karma has something to do with public outing. Like, I don't know. Like, I'm looking at this, like, filmmaker, costume designer. Like, I don't know. Somebody, like, writing a movie. Oop! 9 of Pentacles. Yeah, it's like you still, like, because they were trying to keep you stagnant. But like I said, when you walked away, you stepped into your own power. Like you took authority over your own life. And that's when you became independent and stable. So no matter what they've done or how many times they've tried, you've just been very consistent in the action that you've been taking. And for that reason, they can't, like, they can't make you close up shop. They can't make you stop. Like, literally, they just want you to stop. I don't know what you working has to do with them, but they just want you to stop. And this person's mad because they're getting judgment. I'm telling you, if they're sending out juju, dark juju onto you, and it's not hitting you because they see that, it's got to go somewhere. I'm telling you, they're worried because it's something, and they've also been trying to affect your relationships with other people. I'm telling you, what they wanted for you is happening to them. If they didn't, when they didn't wanted people looking at you crazy, now people are going to be looking at them crazy. They didn't want you to have relationships. Your relationship is solid, and people are walking away from them. And they're trying to hide the fact I'm like, there are other people here who are involved. Maybe these are the people that want to apologize. I said they're worried about something being made public, but they are worried about being seen, having come together with other people in order to, ruin your relationships and ruin your life, really. Damn. I'm like, they should just let this whole thing go. It's nothing but a failure. Them coming, I mean, I'm like, that's part of I think part of their, I said there was no winners here. Them coming up against you in the way that they did, there's no winner here, and they just need to let that go. Not only is there no win here, there's not going to be a new opportunity. They've already missed out on that. I'm like, shit, the truth always prevails. Yeah. So the truth of whatever this is, there's somebody here who may be getting ready to lose their home, lose their sense of stability, lose their support network, life being in turmoil. Wheel of Fortune in the reverse. And everybody walking away from them. Look at that. And them being gutted and heartbroken. All because somebody had been telling lies and keeping secrets and doing juju to affect somebody's wealth and partnerships and happiness. Like, literally, somebody here took action and you're like chilling. I mean, I feel like you're kind of like, your whole plan is to just be done with it. But I just feel like there's energy out here that's just been trying to undermine your entire life. And they're very worried and very concerned about something being made public. If you hold this information, and like I said, if you're the one that needs to be bringing it public, making it known, do it. Do it. I'm like, I can't help but I'm like, look at this Ace of Swords. Do it. Don't worry about the fallout. And I'm not saying, like, I don't get the impression that you'd be even doing it from an emotional standpoint. It's just, these are the facts. And more like in a really matter-of-fact kind of way. These are the facts. This is what it is. Not out of retaliation, just to put the information out because it needs to be discussed. Like I said, whether you're writing it, blogging it, writing a book, writing a movie, creating a vlog, making a video, if you have something to say and it's been on your heart to say it. Do it. Okay? Do it. Alright guys, I'm going to leave it there. If any parts of this resonated for you, gave you clarity or confirmation over your own story, give the video a thumbs up so we can circulate into the algorithm and get in front of the eyes that need to see us the most. If you would like to book a personal more aligned with your own story, all of my information is below in the description box. I invite you to join me for a session. My books are always open. Thank you guys so much for all the likes, shares, subscribes, tips, donations, super thanks. New bookings, new clients, new followers. If you happen to be relatively new to my channel, note that my readings do kind of reach into the future just a little bit. So if you go back into my archives, maybe 6 to 8 months, you might find some titles back there that resonate more for you now in the present. All right. Because I know that sometimes the readings for some people are like in real time and it's happening like right now. And then sometimes it hasn't happened yet, and for them, in the rare occasion, it happened years ago already. So take it how it resonates, leave everything else behind, and I will see you in the next video. I love you guys. Thank you so much for supporting my work. Take care.